Hey, this is Coach Laurie with YouGoin'Pro. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I hope that you like this channel. And if you do like it, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. And today's show, we're going to talk about how to get noticed by college scouts. This is a very, very hot topic here in South Florida, where I'm located at, and all over the United States of America. I want to make sure that you guys take notes and helpful tips will be given out. This is segment number 3. If you missed the last 2, I'll ask you to go back to those last 2 and get all the notes you can. And if you have any comments, leave a comment. Any suggestions, I'll be sure to get that for you. So let's get right into it. So today we're going to talk again, like I said, about what is some of the things we can do to get noticed by college scouts. Well, one of the things that we talked about the last 2, they were number 1, we talked about the test. Everybody must go through the test. Coach, why are you talking about the test? Well, the test is part of the process. Also, number 2 was, what was number 2? Stay active in your social media. People want to say, why are you going over there? I want to make sure I give you just a little sneak preview of the last 2. So number 3, we're finally to number 3. Number 3 is the big one. And so what, Coach, is number 3? Number 3 is get on a high school team and play. The tip for the day is get on a high school team and play. The reason I said that was this. I've been coaching. This is my 9th year of high school coaching. Been coaching travel ball as well. I played JUCO ball. I played NAIA ball, college ball, and I also played a little bit of independent ball and played semi-pro ball. It does you no service if you're trying to get to the next level in baseball, softball, any sport, if you don't play. You said, Coach, that is crazy. Why are you bringing that tip up? Well, let me explain to you. I've been like I said, I've been coaching for quite a while, and I've seen quite a few players that give it up. I mean, literally just give it up. Why do you think they give it up? Well, they went to a pretty good school that may be in a good football school or good baseball school. I mean, let's just think about this. You're in high school and you're going to travel baseball, you're getting a trainer, you're getting all this stuff going on all through the year. What's the purpose of getting a trainer? What's the purpose of doing all this extra stuff and going through all these PGA tournaments, perfect game tournaments, prospect select? You go through all these tournaments. But then you go to high school and you don't play. Does that make any sense? Do you know that average player spends on each tournament on an average of $2,000 per tournament? That's just an average. Some a little bit lower, some a little bit higher. Perfect Game is an opportunity. It's a platform for baseball and softball players to get recognition. But people think that they're just going to go play in a perfect game tournament or a prospect select tournament, and they just think that it's just going to happen. No, it don't happen like that. That's not the way it works. You have to get on a high school baseball team. As I stated before, today's tip is get on a high school team and play. Don't just be on the roster. You need to play. Because, I mean, let me just give you a scenario. Let's just flip it and say you are the coach or you're the scout and you're recruiting yourself and you want to go out there and you never played. Baseball is a sport. It's like life. It's life skills. You're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. If you do your research and if you know anything about baseball, how many baseball players is there in the Major League Baseball? How many teams are there? How many people are in the Hall of Fame? How many people are in minor league? How many people are in Major League Baseball? How many people are at a certain level? How many people are most improved player, most valuable player? Think about that. So that makes a lot of sense. Well, what are you getting to, Coach? The reason I'm saying that is this. In baseball, you got to get your at-bats. You got to get your swings. You got to get live pitching. You got to get live everything. Because, I mean, I have a player that played for me, a couple players. I just got finished talking to a parent, very good lady. I love her to death. And the school he went to was a very good football school and a pretty good baseball school here in South Florida. And she paid a lot of money for 4 years to go to that school. Plus, he has a passion since he's been a little boy to play baseball. Well, guess what happened? He played in 4 years. 4 years. We're talking about varsity baseball. We're not talking about JV. We're talking about varsity baseball. We're not talking about freshman, varsity baseball. He played a total of, I think, 2 games. 2 games in varsity baseball. He played on senior night or senior day. Well, most days when you play senior day, guess what? That's a bad team. You normally play a team that you can get a win for the most part. So with that being said, you got to position yourself where you can play. I have a lot of players that I know because I train. I do a lot of training. I help kids. And with that being said, they're going to these schools because they got a good baseball program. I'm not against that. I'm not against that because I coached at a very good school here in South Florida that we had draft picks. We had first round draft picks. We had Division I players. We had the whole 9 yards at this school that I was coaching at. But the key is this: everybody's not Division I. That's why it's so important to go back to tip 2 and tip 1 and review what I talked about. As I stated before, the name of this is how to get noticed by college scouts. This is episode 3. Because here at YouGoin'Pro, one of our things that our tagline is, and what I'm going to explain to you what my tagline is, this is our motto. It's like Nike, it's just do it. Here at YouGoin'Pro, we help athletes develop proficiency and insisting them in their passion for the game they love. I'm going to repeat that again. Up here it says YGP. The shirt is straight out of YouGoin'Pro. YouGoin'Pro. What we do here, we're giving you free content to help you and your son or your daughter get to the next level. So with that said, at YouGoin'Pro, at our show and at our facility, we help athletes develop proficiency. What do you mean by proficiency? Develop the best that they can possibly be on and off the field. With that, we're assisting them in the passion for the game they love. So basically, we give them tools. I'm giving you some tools now. I'm giving you some tips. So as I stated before, tip 1, the test. Tip 2, stay active. Tip 3, get on a high school team and play. By the way, I have a bonus tip for you. Here's the bonus tip. Because you guys have stayed on this call, stayed on this segment for over 5 minutes. I want to give you a bonus just because you stayed. But before I say the bonus, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe so you can get notified every time I'm giving you some free content, some very good content. And leave a comment. Say what you want to say about it. Give me some things you want to hear about. But as of right now, here's the bonus tip. You can do this right now if you're playing to get noticed by college scouts, college coaches. Numbers don't lie. That's a bonus. You may think, what, coach, you said numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Okay, it's something called Game Changer. Game Changer. Most baseball, softball, sports have Game Changer. It's a little app that you can go online, download it, pay for a subscription unless you're a coach, or you can get it free. Guess what? All you gotta do, if you're on Game Changer, you can just download it. There's your numbers right there. Numbers don't lie. I don't care how much you like a coach or how much you like a school, how much you dream of have this school. Dreams can be an hallucination if you don't put yourself in a position to be noticed. And with that being said, this bonus tip is numbers don't lie. So that's the bonus tip. You can apply that now. If you're playing travel baseball, put those numbers together. Scouts want to see that. But most importantly, not just have those numbers, get on a high school team and play. Because we're talking about high school. This is high school. So if you're not playing high school baseball, how do you think you're going to play JUCO? How do you think you're going to play NAI? How do you think you're going to play D1? How do you think you're going to play D2 or D3? because baseball is a sport that you have to get the at-bats. You have to be able to see the pitch. You got to see the game because the game is always revolutionizing. You got to know what to do when you get to the plate when there's runner on first and third and 2 outs. Not just know it, but know how your body's going to respond. You got to think it before you become it. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this tip. Tip 3 is get on a high school team and play. And with the bonus tip, numbers don't lie. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Coach Laurie. I'm looking forward to giving you another tip. Actually, we're going to give you another tip on our next segment 4 coming up. So leave a comment. This is Coach Laurie. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.